All right, folks, doors are closed, the sweat is dropping, and the ball is about to fall. Period 1, game 1, week 2 of the spring session between Team Black and Team Blue. Schmitty brings it in early for Team Black. It's up against goaltender Mike Hall, and he shoots it out of bounds. We face off in the blue zone. Now that, of course, was an offensive shot out of bounds. Just a reminder, we have removed the delay of game penalty for this session. So people seem to be taking it pretty well. Blue wins face-off back. Jared Tebby back across near side boards. Blake Rhodes. He's challenged by Grant Evans. He gets up to Cameron. Tim Holland right in front of me. Takes it at the red line. Back for Black. Tim, a little high, but off the chain link fence above. Grant Evans out front. Shot. It looks like it might have gone off Mikey a little high. Ball comes out front, right in front of Mikey. Gets another shot on it. Tim Holland back to TJ D'Agostino on goal. Shots early for Heavy Metal. Jake Morehart brings it out. Challenging fellow Heavy Metal teammate Tim Holland. Jake across, nobody's there off near side boards. Schmitty grabs it. Cross into the zone. TJ D'Agostino in the corner with Jared Tebby. Jared back around, going for Blake Rhodes, but slides a bit too far for him. Drops Alex Schmidt. He shoots it on goal. We get a stoppage and play from Mike Hall. Now, a lot of ferocity right off the bat from this Black team. Black team, of course, went winless last week. 1 overtime loss, 1 regulation loss. They're trying to improve their seeding. Of course, every team in this session will have a place in the playoffs. Oh, shot right off the face-off from TJ. Throws it up by Mike Hall. And so, yeah, seeding is going to be everything in this round-robin tournament. Breaking across the red line is Cameron Samples. He shoots into the corner for Travis Tyler, but it's missed. Dan Chestnut picks it up. He goes across right to Robbie Pakanowski. We got some action now in the black zone favoring the blue team. Jake Moore picks up a shot at the corner, shoots it off the back of Dan Chestnut, poked away by Schmitty. Jared Tebby shoots it, but it's off the shoe of Dan Chestnut to TJ D'Agostino. TJ right on goal into the crotch area of my Hall. Another stoppage in play. Shots early on in favor of Black, pretty heavily, 6-1. Face-off looked like it was mostly controlled by Blue, but went kind of close to the net. Jake Luther and Blake Rhodes in the corner. Dan Chestnut near side board with Chewy. Jared Henderson, the fellow's able to teammate Chewy, but misses, goes to Dan Chestnut. He shoots it down to Jake Luther into the corner. Blake Rhodes and Schmitty battled out right there behind the net. Rob Pakanowski nudges into the corner where Jake Luther is. Goes out back. John Vegging off the board. TJ D'Agostino on goal. Schmitty's right there, but Blake Rhodes gets a stick on and gets it out of the way. As speaker in my way. Schmitty to Jake Luther off of the stick of, or off the shoe of Chewy. And Jared Henderson of Zambo dumps it past the red line. John Dunlap behind the net, off the boards to Josh Groh. Fellow just teammate John Vegging right there, but Josh brings it across the line to Jake Luther. Jake Luther's challenged by Blake Rhodes. He tries to get it to Josh Groh, but he goes to Chewy. Chewy on net. Ooh, almost Nick Schroeder in the goal. Bounced on him. Comes back around to your side. John and Josh go at the red line. Jake goes across. Nobody's quite there. Pakanowski and Schmitty battle it out there, and it goes out of bounds. I'm joined by fellow broadcaster Jim Losey. He's walking behind me. Most presumably with some variety of beverages and hockey gear. Another day in the booth.
Another day in the booth. We got black and blue like my bruises on my shins after we play one of these games. Here we go. No score. Sorry for being a little late there.
That's all right. Shots are already favoring Black 7-2. I've got shot counters with me today.
Timmy breaking out here for Black. Dunlap from deep goes in the corner over to Jared. Jared tries to break it out, but Tim steps in front of Chewy. Walks in. Wrister. Saved by Mike Hall. Big stop. That's his 8th one already?
8-2. 8-2 now with shots.
Black Pepper and Mike Hall early trying to wear him down. Dunlap over to Groh. Groh up to Tim. Tim gives it back to Groh. Good puck movement breaking out. Groh from distance blocked by John into the corner over to Howes. Howes settles it down. Centers it. Tries to find somebody. Bouncing around. Tim settles it. Shot on goal. Oh, and Mike's into his butterfly. And look at that. No rebound. He's got the control.
Now, worth noting, of course, is that Black was the only team last week that suffered 2 losses.
Okay, yeah.
And so they are jumping out of the gate trying to create some action for themselves. And it's very apparent. They had 3 or 4 shots off in the first minute of gameplay.
Good for them. Maybe mixing their lines up a little bit. Let's see if I see any difference. I see Danny playing defense. He was playing forward last week. That could be the difference maker. Danny's shot, that's blocked there. Coming in as Tim, chips that one wide. Below the net is Howes. Early on the forecheck here, Black putting them to work. Howes goes low to high to Danny. Danny walks in, shot on goal, and Mike Hall saves another one. Jared up the boards, tries to clear it out to John. John on his backhand.
That's Cameron.
Cameron, that's Samples, that's right. Cameron Samples now on the right side, working down on Danny. Danny tries to take away from him. They battle in the corner. Cameron pulls up, looks for somebody, goes back to
That's Geldy, Jake Geldnecker.
Gelder. Shot on goal. Nope. Hits a body in front. Danny on his backhand, stolen by Jake, and he got one on net there, and a good clear by Black to get it out of danger. Geldy now tries to clear this one, finds Samples. Oh, the one-timer. Oh, no, he barely got it up, but enough of it. Is that the shredder?
That's the shredder.
That's the shredder. Nice save by the shredder. That's a tough one, because that Samples one-times that one. He doesn't have time to get set, and he gets just enough of it. The rebound was there, but he jumps on his own rebound. Face off to the left side. Goes back over to Robbie Pack, going to keep in the offensive zone for Blue. Tries to force one to the middle, blocked by Dodd. Howes back the other way for Black. Howes coming up the left side. Tries to center it. Ooh, but TJ couldn't knock that one down. He and Robbie now battling in the corner. TJ's the first one there. Chops it back. Dodd, ooh, he's actually, Travis Tyler's giving the first one back for Blue. Behind the net, battles with Dodd. Tries to center it, knocked away by Danny momentarily. Now Danny and Travis here on the near boards. Danny chips it up. Can't,
Blake Rhodes.
Thank you, Blake. Robbie Pack from distance. Goes into the corner. Jake and Dodd are in there. Stu comes away with this one. Chipped up to TJ. TJ in the breakout for Black. It's a 3-on-3. Nice job by Rhodes to keep it in the offensive zone. Jake turns, fires. That's going to go high of the net.
Little high there.
Howes on the near board. Smart move. Plays it back to Danny. They can kind of settle this down and get the breakout going. Danny gives it right back to Howes. Howes has a moment. Looks up. Takes a step. Crosses over to Grant. Grant from distance lets one go, and a nice toe save there by Hall. Kicks it over to Rhodes. Rhodes plays up off the boards to himself. Dodd pinches in, uses his body there, kind of flicks it up and kicks it deep. Back to Dodd now on the boards. He does a little 360. Backhander goes low. Grant tries to find TJ, can't quite find him. And Robbie clears it over. Nice job by Dunlap off there. Oh, TJ and Robbie again battling. About third time they've gone up against each other. Now it ends up on Dodd's stick. Dodd over to John. John Clapper scores! And we got our first one of the game here, Crawdaddy.
You got to watch out when John winds up like that. He has a mean shot, one that can rival Dudkowski. We got these golf-type swings of these players, and they know how to use it. And he had the perfect lane for that ball to find itself right in the back of the net. 1-0 in favor of Team Black.
Battles, ball's bouncing around a little bit there. TJ gives it to Dodd in the slot. Dodd on his backhand finds John, and John beats Mike Hall glove side, though. That's like their 10th shot, though. Oh, stolen by Jared. His wrists are on goal. Nice little play there to take that one away. Schmitty now regains possession for Team Black. He'll give it over to Tim. Tim and Jared, a couple of shin pads battle. Here's Grant, steps into one. A riser misses the net. Robbie playing defense now. Plays it low. First one there, though, is Grant. Grant centering attempt. Nice job by Travis to knock it down. Second attempt, a shot from distance. John almost redirects that one. Here comes Robbie flying from the other end. He was playing D. He's the first one on the forecheck. Clean bodies out there for Blue. Geldemacher now behind his own net. Gives it over to John. John now going to step into one from distance. Had some guys streaking in the net. They got a few bodies down low. Samples down the corner. Centering attempt blocked by Tim. John settles that down. Goes over. Geldemacher, that shot just misses the net. Robbie Pack down the near boards to go back to Geldy. Geldy's going to trot back for Blue and regain possession here. Pressured by Grant. He's got Jared. Nice job to settle that one down on breakout pass. Jared goes cross over to John. John pressured by TJ, but he gets it in deep. Samples the first one there for Blue. He's got Robbie in front if he can find him. Oh, and Danny's able to clear that one out of danger before. Here comes Black the other way. They got numbers. Grant's in front all alone. Oh, and I think Mike Hall pushed that into the corner. 2-on-2 the other way now. Here comes John. John walking into it. Wrister, that goes wide. Other John, the first one there for Black, and Schmitty's back the other way. It's a 3-on-3 for Black. Schmitty, nope, thinks about stepping into one. He just dumps it into the far corner there. Blake Rhodes, the first one back for Blue. A little over 3 minutes left to go in this first period. Black holding on to a 1-0 lead. Rhodes pushes it up. Nice job by Danny to put it back in. Schmitty on his backhand spins. Gives it to Grant. Oh, and a little chip shot just misses him. Dodd settles it down. He does find Danny. Danny's going to walk in a little bit. Get a wrister on from distance. Redirected, but it redirected it wide.
A little bit too much from Grant there on the redirect.
Schmitty in the slot. Blocked by Jared. Rebound. It's bouncing around. Nobody can find it. Second attempt goes through the crease. TJ back to Dodd. One-timer. Oh, that's kicked wide. Oh.
Incredible action in front of this crease in front of Mikey Hall.
Here's Jared. Tries to get around Danny. He gets his ass on the boards, though. Doesn't let it past him. On his backhand over to Grant. Grant pressure gives it back to Danny on the near boards. Wrister from distance. Nice save by Hall. Rebound popped out. Nobody there. And Blake Rhodes cleans it up for Team Blue. Rhodes now breaks out. A one-man breakout. Nice job. Gives it up to Samples. It's a 2-on-4. Samples has nobody out back here helping him. Look at that. It's a 2-on-4. Calling for help. Couldn't find it. Jared settles it down now. Wrister hit right into Grant's shin pads. Grant chips it up to himself. And back the other way comes Team Black. Blue now with a lot of sustained offensive pressure here. Here comes Black going right back to work in the O-zone. Breaking out, though, is Samples. Samples with a 2-on-2. Here we go. He's tries to take Dodd wide. Pulls up. Looks for help. He's got Robbie streaking off the bench. Robbie steps into one. Nice save by the Shredder. As this goes into the corner, Tim pokes it up there. Some fresh bodies coming out. Sample settles it. Wrister. Oh, and the Shredder's at the top of his crease, and he got that one.
So we got just over a minute and a half left to play. Shots are sitting at 16-7 in favor of Black. I think the difference maker we're seeing here is not just the number of shots, but I think the amount of second and third chances Black is getting. A lot of the Blue shots are off of the goalie and then picked up.
Really good job by Black stopping Team Blue from breaking out cleanly. A lot of times you're watching these defenders here on Black while they're in the O-zone, and they're just going right back on the attack. Blue's not getting out of with enough momentum. Grow up the left side now. Pauses. Wrister on net. That's fine. Keep peppering him. That one's on net. Minute left to go in our first period. Looks like some lineup changes for Team Black. I'm noticing they have Danny and Dodd playing defense. They were playing forward in that first week. And I'm seeing Jake, Luther, and Grow. Look at their wingers out there. So that was a lineup change. And first period, we're going to get a tripping call here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that was a stick right in the ankle. Didn't feel egregious, didn't feel on purpose. It just that stuff happens. And we got a power play coming up for Team Blue.
And
they got Mikey out of the net in favor of that.
That man's got a family.
Now, Blue is rushing to get a playoff, which is interesting because they have an offensive zone face-off. But if the more time they wait up, the more time they have in that second period, maybe they can get one in quick. Chewy wins the face-off. A little bit of
issue here, trying to figure out who's supposed to be on the floor here for the Team Black. Luther tries to clear it out, but Robbie's going to challenge him and try to keep it in. Boxes him out, steals it from him. Robbie on net. Oh, he had a couple bodies in there. I think it may have hit Travis Tyler and goes low. And that'll do it for our first period. 1-0 Black. It should be at least about a minute 45 at least on that power play for Team Blue, though. Shots
favored Black heavily, 17-7.
17-7.
You ready, Ryan? Yes, sir. 17 Black, 7 Blue. Now, what's interesting, if you observe, and I don't know who pointed it out last week. I think it was Josh Groh. Blue has enough players from Average Joe's to have an entire 5-player set from Joe's.
Just Joe's guys,
which already have a lot of working
Team
chemistry
Blue
together.
They got Samples, they got Geldemacher, they got Rhodes, they got
Jake Morehard, who plays for Joe's. And they got Captain John Veging.
That's right, because yes, and John the captain. Yeah, that's right, because Jake plays for both Heavy Metal and Average Joe's. That's right. So that would be yeah.
But what's also interesting is you see a lot of players playing against players they're used to playing with, and it's definitely an interesting change-up. Being on
different dynamic for sure.
Yeah, being on two different house teams in my time here, it's interesting playing against Chewy or Jared Henderson or Chris House when I'm out there on Team White this session. And so, yeah, very interesting social dynamic, interesting competition. You got a lot of players they're like getting acclimated with other players in ways they hadn't before.
A lot of continuity in the league. And you had a lot of guys playing for 2 teams. Like you said yourself, you played for both house teams a bunch. Like I just said, Jake Moran, who was playing for both Joes and Heavy Metal. So you had a lot of multi-teams. I think that's kind of how we knew that it would be a pretty good transition of chemistry.
Yeah.
Just kind of the vibe around the league lately, isn't it?
Yeah, and plus, you're guaranteed 7 games. At most, you're going to play 8 games with these teams. So if there's some kind of, chemistry mismatch, it's not the end of the world. Is that Tim Ferguson over there?
Yeah, is he playing this session?
No.
Just decided to come on up.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Did we got a goalie?
I've heard we have Dom on his way up.
So here we go. We're not quite sure much left on that power play. Probably about a minute 45 or so. Travis wins this draw back to Robbie. So Blue will look to equalize it here with a man advantage. Geldemacher slows things down. No one's really challenging him. He'll go low to Samples. Samples, one-timer in front. Travis is there, and I think Shredder made a couple of saves. Over to Samples in the tough angle. Tries to walk to the middle. He does. Rebound, Travis. Another 2 saves there. So a couple of flurries of chances for Blue, and nice job by the Shredder to be on that post. Challenging him early. I like that. Attack, attack, attack. You got the man advantage. Force it on net.
Yeah,
Travis wins this draw. Jake, it's in his feet. He's on his backhand. Poked away by Tim. I thought Tim got the penalty. I guess Grove got the penalty. I guess I was wrong. Schmitty's going to outmuscle his man. Come out of the corner with it on his forehand. Wrister on net. Nice save there by Hall. Good job not to cover it up. You're on the power play. Just keep it going. Geldy clears this one up to Travis. Travis going to walk in. He's got a man streaking. Kind of shoots it at him. It was about nipple high. I'm not sure what he's supposed to do. Samples comes out of the corner, goes back to Travis, settles it. Shot, no, he was going maybe backdoor to somebody. And nice job by Tim to get rid of that one. Mike Hall plays this up. He says, let's get going. We're on the man advantage. No need to waste any more time. Robbie Pack from distance, blocked. Here comes Dunlap the other way on his backhand, stolen by Jake into the slot. Wrister got a man in front. Oh, and a nice block by Tim. Schmitty behind the D on the penalty kill. Gonna come in on a power move on his forehand. Scores!
Short-handed goal, Alex
Schmidt. Moved to cherry pick on the penalty kill, but there he is behind the D, and a beautiful goal by Schmitty. And Black's got a 2-0 lead.
Not what you want to see if you're Team Blue right now. It's exactly what you want to see if you're Team Black.
Wow, what a play there. What a power move on it. He's coming on his backhand up the left side. Oh, and here's Howes off the draw. Onto his forehand. Nice job. That's killing the penalty, even getting it deep. But a power move across the crease, and he's able to get it on from his backhand to his forehand and kind of outweight Mike Hall and get under it. He lifted it, too, which is key. Because Mike's got to get on his right post on his blocker side originally and try to wait him out. And he gets underneath it, and it's a 2-0 lead for Black. Moran, I think the penalty's expiring. Tried to go low blocker side. Schmitty now back the other way for Black. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Schmitty leaping like a gazelle through the neutral zone, gets it in deep to Grant. Grant behind the goal line, pulls up, looks for somebody. He's got Howes in the high slot, settles, wrister on net, stopped by Hall, and it goes high. Robbie Pack slams it around. Howes keeps it in. Poked away by Rhodes up to Travis Tyler. He'll go up to Samples. Samples coming up the left side. Challenged by Dodd. Cuts the middle on his backhand. Pulls up again to his forehand. Wrister on net. And Dodd, I think, Stick got a piece of that one. It goes behind the net. Robbie Pack, centering attempt. Hits the back of the net. Can't find anybody. Over to Samples. Samples on the near boards. Does a little stick handling. Cuts to the middle on his backhand. Goes over to Rhodes. Rhodes has time. Winds up. Shot. Hit a body in front. John now wedging from distance. Misses everything. Grant going to chip this one off the boards, and a little momentum for Blue, of all people.
Yeah, Blue needs to keep that up. This is still a very early game in a not insurmountable score. They just got to get back in that groove they had at the beginning of this period and keep pushing.
Samples on the near boards, pressured by Grant. Tries to pull up, walks around him slightly, gives it to John. Danny's poke check misses. It goes low the net. Behind the net. And Groh rolls off his stick. Rhodes steps up, walks around 2 people, settles it, gives it to John. John backhander. That's meant for Robbie Pack. It'll end up getting to him. Robbie plays it over to Samples. Samples fanned on a shot. Thomas Dodd's gonna be the first one there. Goes a little forehand backhand. Coming through the neutral zone on his backhand. Chops one. Got Groh all by himself. One save. And the second one goes in. He'll grow on you. That's a 3rd goal for Team Black.
3rd goal for Team Black, and we're about, we're not at the halfway point yet. Black came into this game wanting to apply pressure quick and easy, And I don't know if it's been easy, but they're definitely doing it quick.
They had to be the more desperate team. I mean, we all make the playoffs, but they want to win, I think, here, right? I mean,
Yes.
You know you're going to make the playoffs, but you got to start finding some chemistry that's working. And whether it's the adjustment in the lines or whatever it is, Black with a nice 3-0 lead here. Dunlap from deep. That'll go nowhere near the net, but Jared's back here for Team Blue. What a play by Dodd through the neutral zone. Backhand chops that one past the D. Grow all by himself. First shot, nice save by Mike Hall, but not getting any help from his defense. Grow's still right there and just banging away at it. That second attempt goes in. Here goes Dunlap, his clearing attempt. Knocked down by Jared as Blue keeps in the offensive zone. Tim on his backhand coughs it over to John. Wrister, and I think Dunlap got a piece of that one. Tim now on his forehand up the boards to Grow. Grow on the breakout, gets around Jared, and it's a 3-on-2 for Black. Grow tries to chip up to TJ. And nice job by Blake Rhodes to challenge him and stop that momentum. Grant's gonna step up, tries to chip it up. Finally does. Jared's who wants it. Grow ends up with it.
Grow wants another one.
Here. Yeah, he does. Finally goes into the corner. Grow's got Grant and misses him with that pass. It'll go the distance, and finally, Team Black will regain possession of it as Tim's behind his own net. He comes trotting out over to John. John now's got a second to look for somebody. Gonna play up the boards to TJ. TJ settles it. Gets one off.
On
Rebound! It's loose! Oh, and 2 great saves by Michael.
He had to be on top of it with the position that Blue is in right now, and he definitely was.
Good job by TJ to settle that one off the boards. Spins and fires. Rebound was there. Grant was on the doorstep, and Mike Hall with a pair of saves to keep this a 3-goal game. John and Schmitty left side on the draw here. One by John. Jared now controls it for Blue. Over to Jared. Jared behind his own net. Couple of Jareds on that team makes it nice and easy.
Couple Jareds, couple Jakes.
Yep. Oh, intercepted by Schmitty. That clearing attempt wasn't too wise. Walks in, and Mike Hall got a piece of that. Jared
Just
now
enough,
behind his own
too.
net. On his backhand, up to Jared. Jared, oh, he fed Grant.
And Grant was
That's
able
a
to-
turnover you can't have.
Yeah, he leaned into that one.
Couple of bad breakouts here, and Schmitty walks in. There's a couple of bad turnovers by Blue. They finally, Jared to Jared goes D to G. Tebby now plays it up. Nobody on Blue there, but they got to skate it out of there. Holy cow. Tim now goes D to John. John over to Grant. Grant got TJ. If he finds him, he can't. Rolls off of him. D to D here from Black now. John's going to wind up. Clapper from distance. She's got Schmitty in front. And that goes into the corner. Schmitty spin fires. Rebound. Oh, and a couple saves from Mike Hall off Grant. Grant ends up with it. No, it's going to go to John. John backhand shops. Going to miss his target. Dunlap on the backhand. Pops up. Schmitty tries to knock it down to TJ. Oh, and he missed the net, but he got all that one, didn't he?
Yeah. Mikey covering up, going to let things slow down a little bit here. Let the team regroup, get some line changes in.
Yeah, they a couple of bad turnovers on some breakout passes by Blue. Never want to give it up the middle, and they broke a cardinal rule and coughed it up right to a guy on the other team.
Right in
They're
front,
lucky it didn't end up in the back of the net.
With time to wind up.
So some fresh bodies here for both sides. A little over 5.5 to go in our middle period. Still only 3-0. TJ loses this draw. Or sorry, Travis, that is. Ends up to Jake. Jake's going to outmuscle TJ over to Robbie. Robbie plays up the boards to Travis. Travis tries to go cross, but Dodd pinches in real nicely. Robbie pinches up to Jake. Dodd, another nice pinch. Got over to TJ. Wrister glove down by Hall. Oh, and another bad breakout. Here's TJ again. Now he's got Schmitty back door. Oh, and one time he
whiffed
fanned
on it
on
just
it.
a little bit too much.
Well, these breakout passes by Blue are deadly, aren't they? Travis to Samples, all alone, backhand on. I think the Shredder got a piece of it. Second attempt, can't get it through. Schmitty, it's a 2-on-2 the other way. Schmitty, a wrister. Oh, and Robbie got a stick on that hard on the back check. Schmitty now pulls up on the far boards, looks for somebody, gives it to TJ. TJ rips into one and misses the net wide. Oh, man.
So far, we got 4.5 left in this period.
The last 3 minutes of hockey, though, it feels like Blue should feel lucky it's only 3-0.
Unfortunately, that is the case, yes, because Black is up 13-5 in shot count right
goodness.
now. Black is not letting up at all.
Here we go, Howes and Travis. Travis is the one to Jake. Howes fast on the forecheck, though. Another clearing attempt, doesn't find him Blue forward. And Danny will just settle this down for Team Black as they go right back on the offensive. Danny, a wrist shot from distance. You're just trying to wear that goalie down, aren't you? Howes now tries to find somebody. Centering attempt goes through everybody. Sample's going to take this one from Jake. He'll play it up to Blake Rhodes. Able to maintain it for a moment, but Danny pokes it over to TJ. Bouncing around, here's Jake on his backhand. And Dodd will slap this one back in for Black. Over to TJ on the far boards. Gets around one guy, but Robbie stops that. And here comes Blue the other way with possession. Finally, they get to Travis on the right side. Goes into the corner. Dodd pokes it up from him. And here comes Black the other way. TJ up to Grow into the corner. Grow's going to be the first one there. He's going to look for a forward. Poked away by Jake. A nice defensive play there by Jake. On his forehand, goes crossover to Blake Rhodes. Can't find him. Daniel will be the first one back for Black. On his back. I know, it took his time, didn't he? Howe's now going to play it up the boards here, but Robbie's going to take it for Blue. Robbie pokes it up over to Sample. Sample's coming off. Tough angle. Oh, that hit the outside of the post.
He rang some iron there.
Tough angle for a lefty to kind of get that one short side. He hit the outside post. A little over 3 to go. Some fresh bodies coming out. That was a good look there from Blue finally. They needed a good scoring opportunity. Face off the left side, Travis and House. Here we go. One by House, goes into the corner. Grows the first one there for Black. Pressured by Samples. He'll wrap it around his own net. Travis actually going to jump on the forecheck, though, and regain it for Blue. His center attempt can't find Jake. Here comes Grant the other way for Black. It's a 2-on-2. It's a 3-on-2 if Grow hurries. Grant pulls up. He's got Grow. It's a 2-on-1. One-timer. And that goes way
wide.
in the corner. Yeah. Rhodes plays it back to Jared. Jared's got a second here. Tries to find somebody open. He's not pressured. He's got all day. Claps one. That goes on net. Rebound is there. Travis Tyler. He scores! And that's what Blue needed.
You got to be in the right position at the right time. You can't take anything for granted if you're playing against either of these teams. And that rebound was
all time back there, too, behind his own net. He could have watched a Game of Thrones episode. Finally steps into one, puts it on net. Shredder doesn't cover up that rebound. And Gianni on the spot. Travis Tyler makes this one a 3-1 game and finally gets Blue on the board. Samples win this draw. Back to Jared. He's going to go for another long shot. Nope. He'll go over to Geldy. Geldy back to Jared. Jared looks for somebody. He's got Samples cross. Stolen by Howes, though. Howes. Wrister. He fans on it. Samples finally now back the other way for Blue. Here he goes up the right side. Wrister, he fans on that one. The ball might be sticking a little bit there. It goes to Jared. A couple guys went for a Wrister, and it didn't move.
Yeah.
Chewy now down deep for Blue behind the net. Tries to wrap around. Can't. Maintains possession. Tries to box a man out. They finally able to get to Samples. Samples on his backhand in the corner. Looks for somebody open. Goes to Joe. Nice pass to Jake, who one-times it into the corner. Chewy and Danny now battling on the near boards here. Chewy will poke it in the corner, but Tim settles it for Black. Wraps it around to Grant. Black the other way comes Team Black. It's a 3-on-3. Danny, I think, is going to come off for a line change. He looks pretty gassed. But he's going to have to stay on because Howes gives it to him. 3-on-2. Wrister on net. Oh, he's too gassed. He can't jump in there. Schmitty now in the corner. Centering attempt. Nice job by Mike Hall. He bats that away himself. Geldy now behind his own net. Sets things up for Jake on the breakout. Jake with a clapper from distance. Oh, he had Chewy streaking, but Chewy didn't turn around. Tim tries to chip this one up, but Jared stops it. Jared, he's got Chewy deep. Oh, he can't find him. It's in the corner. Chewy's going to be the first one there. Can he center it? He does! Oh!
Almost batted out of the air by Cameron.
50 seconds left to go in this period. Back to Jake. Jake's going to walk into the middle. Wrister on net. Oh, they hit a body in front. Samples from a tough angle. 40 seconds left to go. Trailing by 2. Below the net. He'll try to go for a trot with it. Goes in the other corner. Finally gets Geldemacher. That wrister goes out of play with 30 seconds. They're going to say it's tipped, so the draw is going to stay right here.
Yeah, if you're Blue, you want to get if Blue can get one more goal in before the end of this period, that's a huge momentum shift for them going into this third.
Opportunity here. 20 seconds here as we drop this. Jared and Howes. One by Howes over to Grant. Grant plays it low. They try to kill this time. Dunlap up the boards. Uh-oh, Jake's got time. He's got 12 seconds. He steps into one from distance. Tim knocks it down. Oh, he ate that in the side of his foot. 8 seconds left. And he's got time if he wants to get a shot off here.
Might as well take a shot.
Walk into a wrister from distance. Nice job by Mike to clear that rebound away. And that'll do it for our second period.
Score after 2, 3-1 in favor of Heavy Metal. Shots favor Heavy Metal as well, 15-7 in that period. Yeah. Bringing their shot total to 32, and I believe Blues shot count to 14.
We do need some team names, I think.
15 black, 7 blue.
We do need some
we some team identity, some branding.
Yeah, it's easier for the broadcasters.
Yeah. We did, in the draft, we did assign like an AI coach persona.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it was with Team Coop?
In a chat feed that I think might have been a bit too fast for anybody to read.
Yeah.
And so I think, we're technically Team Coop. Named after who? I don't know. I don't follow hockey enough. But that being said, I think the idea was that we were going to have teams
come up with a name and... It's on our
come with a
to-do
name
list.
and a color and
We
like.
still got half a session. We should ask the captain to just give us a
This
team name.
it's the first session too under this format. I think maybe next year we'll designate maybe some captains and have them kind of coordinate better and say, like, hey, I want Team Yellow. You can have it. You know. We would like to be the Honey Badgers.
That's
All right.
fair. We'll be the Honey Badgers.
You're good. You're
I
good.
hate it.
So each team can, just cooperate and work together to come up with their own identities that don't conflict with anybody else's. But that's next year.
That's next year.
This year we're just trying to keep it together.
We're living in the here and now. Got ourselves a 2-goal game. All these games have been close. Just when it looked like Team Black might kind of walk away with this one a little bit, Blue gets that late response and a little momentum before the period ends.
Absolutely. Now, I have been asked by players not competing in this session, has it started to get hot in Skatium? And the answer is yes.
The answer is yes and duh.
I was sweating before I even got in the booth. I haven't even played a game yet. I, along with every other player here tonight, has 2 games tonight. Which is another factor for both these teams to consider because they both have games to play after this.
These two teams did not play last week, correct?
Not against each other,
Not
no.
against each other is what I meant, yeah. Okay.
Black will be facing Team White for a rematch of last week immediately after this. So it begs the question, will they have gas left in the tank for that game? Team Blue has a 1-game break.
Let's hope
before
not.
they, yeah.
I'll be biased.
Yeah.
Hope
It would help me a little bit.
I hope they're exhausted, yeah.
Three to 1 favoring Black. 13 minutes back on the clock. 1 period left of play. Save for any overtime shenanigans.
It's the Schmitty-Grant TJ line. Black might be looking to get a goal here.
Yeah, Black wants to establish,
Got their top line out
their
there.
control right
Schmitty
off the
wins
bat.
this draw. Dunlap's going to poke it up to TJ. He's got time from distance. Spins, fires. That's not close. Jared tries to play up the boards at Chewy. Little past everybody's reach. I got to go.
Yeah. So Tim behind his own net. Sells it down. He's got Blake and Chewy on him. He gets it to Grant Evans, followed by Jared Tebby, who gets a stick on it to block his shot. Jared takes it to John Vegging. John gets it to Jared. He whiffs on it. Jared maintains control, though, while pressured by Schmidt. He gets it back to Jake Morehard. Jake all the way down to fellow Average Joe's teammate Blake Rhodes. Sells it down. He's going for John Vegging, but John's behind the play. TJ D'Agostino shoots it a little high. Mike has to get up for that. Gets it to Schmitty, though. Schmitty across, back to TJ. He's challenged by Blake Rhodes. Gets it past him. Grant Evans out in front. He whiffs on the shot. Blake and Jared in the corner. Schmitty and Jared in the corner. Schmitty gets it around, goes a little high though. And in the corner is TJ, followed by Grant. He clears it out. Tim Holland's going to chase after it back into his own zone. Got Chewy coming off in favor of Cameron. People are just taking their time right now. Tim looks around. Gives it to John Dunlap, who specifically asked him to not do that. John to Cameron. Cameron back to John Vegan. John a little outside.
Oh, yeah, play! Dunlap saved that one!
John Dunlap has some goalie history of his own, and he put it to use there. Puts it right to Jared. Jared shot blocked by Tim.
What
John,
a defensive play. That's
absolutely.
going in. That's going in. Shredder was a half-second late. That's tough when it...
Oh,
here's
bad right
Grant.
here by Tim, or by Grant Evans. Has some time. Gets it to TJ. TJ shoots it on goal.
Oh, Grant stops the breakout. Blue would have had numbers. Grant stops it. Now he's in the backhand in the slot. Oh, can't find anybody backdoor. But that banged off the back wall in such an awkward angle.
Yeah.
There's nothing Shredder can do. That's going in if John doesn't come flying in to keep that out. Back to the point. Dodd's going to step into one here. That hits a body in front, goes out of play, comes back in. We'll keep going. Schmitty now is able to walk around Jared, cuts to the middle. Oh, and a high shot. Nice save by Mike Hall to kick it in the corner. Samples off the breakout, tries to get around. Danny does momentarily. Danny stays with him, though. One hand on his stick. Samples, looks for somebody. Pressure hard by Danny. Tries to box him out. Ooh, a roll.
Headhunter there.
Headhunter almost
going
caught
for
Dodd in the
Doddsy.
face.
Yeah.
Did you watch The Matrix before this?
He might want to watch it again.
Yeah. I mean, that was going right for his face, and he
Yeah.
kind of did The Matrix. Like a Robbie from distance hits a body in front. Travis below the net now. Tries to cut to the middle. On his backhand, he's got John. He finally finds him. I think that shot goes wide. Oh, a great centering attempt
One
by
of the
Travis.
best chances John has had so far.
Robbie chops up the Samples from a tough angle. Toe save by the Shredder. Sample, spin move, wrister, fans on it. Dodd battles with him, ends up with it. Gives it to Schmitty on a breakout. Great defensive play by Thomas Dodd. 3-on-3 the other way for Team Black. Schmitty's got all day. He'll finally get his driver out, maybe step into one. Waits for somebody cutting to the front. Might have hit a body. I'm not sure if it went on net. Robbie and Schmitty. A little heavy metal on heavy metal crime there. John's clearing attempt, fans on it. Goes back to Schmitty. Robbie poke checks him. Samples on a backhand, tries to catch Robbie breaking up. Dodd's on him. They'll battle on the near boards here, try to box each other out. Dodd wins that one. Samples takes it away, and back the other way comes Blue with numbers. Samples, wrister, Shredder saves it, and there's no rebound. Oh, that's huge.
That's exactly.
Big save.
You know, I just noticed that, it doesn't matter. I noticed that Shredder's wearing a jersey that says blue on it. I was like, that's an interesting way, but he's not on the blue team.
Oh, yeah.
The blue jersey, the goalie. Goalie jerseys are always such a hit and miss in this league. You never really know who's playing for what team, but Mike Hall showed up ready to play in a blue jersey. And Shredder wore what he got. Run what you brung.
Run what you brung. Face off, won by Howes, goes in the far corner somehow. Dunlap there, going to try to box out. Is that Dusty Rhodes? Is he Dusty Rhodes' nephew maybe? We'll have to ask him about the family lineage. But Blake tries to take it away from him, does momentarily, tries to play it up the wall. Goes to Jake Luther. Everybody's battling for it. Rhodes ends up with it. Oh, it hit the post! And Travis Tyler was backdoor, but it bounced on him. Oh, Blue with a couple opportunities this period. How have they? Same post. Shredder's got some sort of jinx on that post. Luther streaking up the right side. Glove down by Mike Hall. That's 2 goals now. How's that not gone in on that glove side?
Somebody slipped that post a 50 or something before the game.
Holy crap. I mean, it hit the left post and bounced out to the right side. Travis Tyler was all right there, but it was bouncing on him. Yeah, it was just a reaction thing. He wins the draw. Back behind his own net. Groh puts pressure on Jake, who chips it up to Jared. Under 8 to go. Blue trailing by 2. Jared not being pressured. He's got time to break it out. Plays in the corner to Rhodes. Dunlap, though, wraps it around. Knocked down by Jared, though. Jared can't find it in his feet. That shot almost went into the river to pair. Had not been shot blocked down. Jared, stolen by Howes. Nope, retaken by Jared. Couple of former teammates. Look out, Mumford. Get out of there, Mumford! Here goes Tim. He'll play it up to Groh. Black the other way. Groh settles, looks for a shot, steps in. I think it hit the post. I thought it went in for a moment. That beat Mike Hall. That thing had eyes. What a snipe.
That shot hit the corner intersection between the post and the crossbar.
What an angle. I'm going to see that one again. How did that not go in?
Only when you'll see that happening.
Here's Groh again. Oh, that one goes wide. Jared now for Blue. 7 minutes to go. Blue. Oh, here's Travis on a breakaway if he can catch up to it. Oh, but it rolls too far on his backhand. Tries to give it to Rhodes. Wrister from a tough angle can't go. Oh, he was all alone and just rolled a little too far. Travis tries to find somebody from that corner. He's going to give it to Jared, who's got all day. He'll settle it. Here he goes from distance. Knocked down, though. It's got to get through. Oh, Dunlap chips it up to TJ. TJ down the left side. Pulls up. Tries to find a shot. Blocked. Here's Chewy coming off. Got to watch the too many men. They're okay. Chewy's coming off the boards. Cross over to nobody. Danny's back for Black. 6:25 left to go in this last period. TJ from distance. Oh, he actually got through Mike Hall, but it goes wide. Geldy tries to play up the boards to himself. He's pressured by 2 different guys from Black, and they take it from him. Evans to TJ. TJ on the left side. Oh, and Jared gets a stick on it. What a defensive play. He'll play it over to Geldy. D to D behind their own net. Breakout pass. Nobody's there. Here's Danny, and right back in the. Here comes Danny. Wrister from distance. Redirected by TJ. Rebounds there. Oh, and Grant pushes it wide. Under 6 left to play. Black holding on to a 2-goal lead. Dunlap with a big windup again. That goes high. Yeldemacher tries to clear it. Knocked down by TJ. Second attempt on his backhand, and it's just going to go right back to Black's defense. They got to get the forwards helping him out on these breakouts here. Dunlap from distance, covered up. You know, you're battling and you're battling and you're battling. Your defense finally wins it. And whether it's a bad breakout pass or the winger just isn't there, they're just giving it right back to Black's defense on the point. It's almost like a pass to the, you know what I mean? And that's been a theme at times in this game when Black's had sustained offensive zone pressure. And when Blue goes to break it out, they just give it right back. And it's like, it wears you down, doesn't it?
One thing I'm noticing after that last offensive zone pressure from Team Blue is how quickly Black can mobilize, get down in front of their own net, and put as many bodies, of which they have several large bodies, just to get bodies in front of the net to make it easier for their goaltender to not have to be the first line of defense. And then it's not just that. It's that when they see momentum moving their own way, they can shift that momentum to the other side of the red line and get bodies facing Mike Hall. And I don't know. I haven't looked at the footage well enough from last week yet to determine what might have been a contributing factor to their losses, but they seem to have lacked that. Now, worth noting, of course, is that heavy metal. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. Team Black here. They suffered their first loss in overtime to Team Red.
Oh, it did go to OT. That's right.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was it was a loss, but it was the closest match we had all night.
Sure.
And so
Forgot about that. Yeah.
So it's not just that they didn't have something figured out. They were firing on every cylinder they had in that game. I just think they got bested by Team Red.
One bounce away from winning that one.
Absolutely.
Good point you made too. When you get that defensive pairing out there with Dunlap and Tim from Heavy Metal.
Yes.
It's like they're the first two goalies you got to beat before you even get a shot on net.
Absolutely.
When you talk about blocking shots and you get that duo out there, dude, they eat everything. It's so hard to get a shot through.
Yeah, which says a lot when you have these players that have a goaltending history, but they're playing out. They understand, they can empathize with what the goalie needs, but can also both be significant offensive forces in a way that a traditional goalie could not.
5:39 left to go. Offense will come. I think they're going to get it in the
blue zone
here.
And
Blue down by 2. They're going to have to start pressing here soon. They got to get that next goal. They've got time. Don't rush it, but they got to capitalize on their next chance.
Get a full strength goal while you still can, so you don't have to pull Mike Hall too early. You got plenty of time to do it. You just got to find one of those. Find a lane.
Schmidt and Robbie, a couple of heavy metalers on the face-off, come to the left side. Robbie wins this one in the middle. Schmidt's going to hop on a loose one. Him and Samples battling. Schmidt wins this one momentarily. Cuts in from the middle. Walks around two guys to the front. On his forehand. Wrister. Oh, it goes wide. It kind of looked like his shorthanded goal. That same power move. Here's Samples, though. It's a 3-on-2 for Blue. Samples over to Robbie. Robbie pulls up. Gets one on.
He scores!
There it is!
Had Chewy screening, a pass from Cameron Samples, and Robbie Paganowski puts one in from what would be the blue line.
Side. Yeah, it would be if there was one. Low blocker side, tough to fight. He got that right-handed shot.
I have to presume that Blue called the timeout, and it was well spent if that was the case, because they came out on that offensive zone or that defensive zone face-off for them, shifted momentum, and got a ball in the back of the net. Now it's a 3-2 game with 5 minutes left.
Face-off won by Schmitty. Danny plays it forward, but chopped away by Jake. Robbie, a quick shot. Toe saved by the Shredder. Danny now. Wrister going to find his way to TJ. He settles it in a dangerous spot. Lets one go. I think Jake got a piece of that and deflected it high. Grant on his backhand goes on net. And Mike Hall, I think it was going a little high, but still nice. Still nice athletic play. You see that home run Jordan Walker robbed the other day?
I didn't.
It was the laziest home run rob because they were playing in that AAA stadium and the wall is like hip high. So he was just like standing there like, technically he robbed a home run, but it was like a back. Oh, here's TJ off the draw. 4 minutes left to go in this one. TJ from a tough angle. It's loose in front. Who wants it? Schmitty's shot blocked. Second attempt. That was a riser. It goes high. Jake tries to clear it. He can't. Dunlap back on net. Schmitty on his forehand gives it to TJ. Rips one, and it's a riser that goes high. Grant tries to play it back to Dodd, and I think it goes out of play.
I think it sounded like it went off of Mumford and then out of play, perhaps.
Oh, what a nice little setup by Schmitty, though. I thought he was going to fire that wrister, and he kind of brought the defender with him and just did a little drop pass to TJ. I don't know if it hit a body or if it went high, but it was a sneaky little pass by Schmitty in tight quarters. Wins the face-off, Jared with a big block. Sample's going to outrun Tim to this one. Trailing by a goal, 3:20 left to go. Samples from the corner. Pass can't find a target. Jared now he's got Rose back to Samples. Oh, he had it. He had that short side and he missed. Oh, trip, and Blue's gonna get a power play.
Oh, I'll be honest with you. Jared's my Zamboni driver's teammate, but I think he just slipped on that one.
I don't know. We'll have to check it. If Grant goes to that poke check and misses.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I had some guys in front of me. Samples had it. He beat him at glove side. It just went wide. That would have been the equalizer. Now Blue with a great opportunity. The clock will stop in 50 seconds on whistles. 2 minutes. We're still doing 2 minutes under whistles,
yes.
right? One goal game. Blue with the power play. Keep an eye on the goalie if they pull him here. Oh, they almost didn't have to. Travis off the draw. His shot goes wide. Dunlap with a backhand shot. Goes on net.
Oh, Mikey!
I think I just peed a little.
The heel of the stick lifted the blade such that he missed it entirely. That could have gone all the way
Counted
in.
as a save. Jake, clap pass over to Robbie. Robbie steps into one. Oh, it goes wide. There was bodies in front. Oh, Travis takes that one from Tim from below the goal line. He'll battle with Dunlap. They'll kind of kill some time back there. Dunlap on his backhand. That's okay. He'll just keep it in the corner. They're killing more time. And a delayed call. And I think we're going to get an interference call, and we're going to be even.
I think John might have had just a bit too much. We had John on John action in such a way that a little bit too much body on Dunlap there.
Plays the body. I think yeah. If you use your hip and kind of box the guy into the boards, that's okay. Kind of like boxing out for rebound in basketball. And if we go back and watch that, I think he just went.
Yeah.
He leaned in with his torso. I don't know if it was his hands or his upper body. We'll have to watch the replay. Either way, they're going to give him. They're going to call interference. Either way, it might have been a body check.
We'll have to watch the
or
footage
it might not
on
again.
that
I'll have to see it
in about 7 or 8 months when I get around to editing it.
I'm just keep putting pressure on you. We'll have to look at the footage. So 4-on-4, 2 minutes left to go. The clock did stop at that 2 minute because it's within 2 and under 2 to go. At some point, you think Blue will have to pull the goalie to at least get the man advantage back. Here comes Jake on the breakout, though. Wrister from distance. Oh, a nice
on goal.
Nice little tricky save there. A low shot. And that's okay. You get the ozone draw. The clock stops here with 1:48.
And
catch your breath.
4-on-4 play in this league is a completely different animal that it could lend advantage to either team.
A little more
it's
time
not the
and
worst
space.
position to be in.
Travis wins the draw into the corners. Jake from distance. Oh, I think he had him beat blocker side.
He
goes wide.
He put too much English on the ball.
Similar to Sam. Oh, Sample steals it. Backhand. Saved by the Shredder. Oh, what a save by the Shredder.
Yeah, he was knocking on the door, and he would just not let him in.
Jake now plays it back behind his own net, tries to go across to Robbie. Does. Robbie plays up to Travis. Travis pressured a little bit, tries to go crossover, knocked down by Tim.
Oh.
Samples tries to steal it, but Tim's going to clear it the length. Minute 15 here. Keep an eye on Mike now. Blue has possession. This would be a time to do it. While you got possession, looks like they're going to be a little patient still. Jake from distance going to step into one, has some bodies in front. It goes behind the net. Robbie from a tough angle. And he'll be the first one there in the forecheck. Dunlap on the breakout for Black. These teams are gassed. Can they empty the tank? Samples shot. That gets blocked by Tim. Tim behind the own net. Clearing attempt. Misses Schmitty. 50 seconts left to go. Mike Hall still in the net in this one.
Well, something to keep in mind is that
Oh, look out! Geldemacher misplays it. Schmitty takes it from him. Oh, what a play by Schmitty. This is killing time. The ball rolls on Geldemacher. Schmitty doesn't care. He's got a 1-goal lead. TJ jumps in on the forecheck. Blue is too gassed now. Schmitty says, I'll just sit on it. 30 seconds left, plays it back to his D, maybe a little too much. Here's Robbie trying to empty the tank with 25 seconds left to go. Blue's still not pulling their goalie.
Well, they got a man advantage. Black has a man advantage now.
Held in. Mike Hall still not going off, down by a goal, 16 seconds. We're just playing 4-on-4 the rest of the way here. Dunlap behind his own net.
8 seconds remaining.
Boy, Blue could use another guy out there. Robbie, centering attempt, stopped over to Schmitty, and that's going to do it. Black's going to hang on to a 3-2 win. Wow, interesting strategy. I thought Blue would have pulled their goalie a lot later, and then they don't pull it at all.
I think the time to pull it would have been during the 4-on-4. When Black comes back out 5-on-4, you're pulling Mikey, an excellent defensive force, just to get back to even strength. I don't think it works out for him, but Black walks away with their first victory, 3-2 against
Talk about
Team Blue.
two teams emptying the tank there.
All right, this is pretty even. I got 7 shots Team Blue, 6 shots for Team Black. Seven shots each period for Team Blue.
Oh, to the dot, really?
To the dot.
All right. Try to make that make sense.